Hey. Yeah. All right. Hey. And hey, Larry.
Yeah.
We are back. We are back. Anyhow. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what happened, but we had a little bit of technical difficulty, but that is okay. What the heck? So
We were talking about it. What were we talking about? We were
we was
talking about
talking about that the Utah woman.
Oh yeah. Okay. Hey, yeah, man.
And you
Like I
say,
said, a
and you
sister
tried to
just
say that was some white stuff, and I'm like, no, that's not.
no, I'm just saying it from a black perspective because I show it from a black and white perspective, and then I know a lot of you already know both sides, Tim. So you know you both sides, but a lot of people, Caucasian people, even Hispanic people, Asian people, they don't know how they hear us when we get mad or upset, but then you get to hear it from a brother how it really is with me not being aggressive and angry.
Mm.
When we talk about certain things like that, for the black culture, a black woman just shoot you, okay, if they shoot you, or they'll just be submissive and put up with it and cheat on you or leave you. A lot of women do the same thing. But when we're looking at situations with using take being this what word am I using? Being this so not tentative, but being so being so uh decisive about the way you're going to kill your spouse, it's always been um put on the Caucasian side because you got insurance money involved with insurance payouts. You have using of medicines like fentanyl, using radiator fluid, stuff like that, stuff that a lot of people don't have the opportunity to put their hands on. But it's just that other people have that ability and they use those methods to kill their spouses.
Hmm.
I look at a lot of forensic files,
I,
and there
I watch forensic.
forensic files in the first 48. Look at the differences. Am I right or wrong? The first 48 compared to forensic files. Forensic files, you got to been and went to school to figure out who killed these damn people and how they did it. The first 48, nah, you just got your ass shot. So when it's that intimate,
Mm.
but everybody knows not to kill your spouse.
And
Like
don't
at the
kill
end
your
of the day,
spouse. You're right, man. Don't
yeah,
do that.
the first person is gonna be if you if the wife dies, the husband gonna be the first suspect. If the husband dies, the wife gonna be the first suspect. And then they're gonna do a toxicology report. They're gonna check what's in the system.
Yeah,
Come on
you
now.
gotta be in trouble no matter what. Anyhow, as soon as they look into
Yeah,
the,
so
they
and
gotta
I
say, look
always
at
say
all
that
that
because I
fentanyl.
look
What'd
at
they say? 4 times the normal amount of weight.
come on, who consumes that much fentanyl? I don't even know what it is, and I know it's something we don't eat on a daily basis and consume on a daily basis.
Oh, it's an intense painkiller. So
Yeah, and then you start looking at first 48 forensic files. Look at the cases.
Hmm.
I'm not making this up. I know it's
Oh,
how
you'd
I'll be
never
seeing
make
it.
anything up. I know that.
No, I speak from experience.
Mm. Hey, man. Anyhow, this crazy girl. Let's look on
Hey,
the.
did Hey Book got us on? They take us off. We still
No,
on?
no, 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 no. It wasn't. It was. I for some reason our stream froze up for just a tiddly second. No, it wasn't Hate Book or anybody else. It
Okay,
was.
so we good. Okay, okay,
But
okay.
we're
So
not streaming on Hate Book right now. I don't think. I
we
think
not
we're just going YouTube. Yeah.
okay. They're gonna probably kick us off as
Oh,
usual.
YouTube would never do that. YouTube loves us. We have lots of fans on YouTube. We're doing
Oh,
all
okay.
right. We're doing all right. But anyhow, hey, let's check it out. A Florida teacher got her butt suspended.
What the hell she do?
Would you believe that she uh, showed a Disney film?
Ooh, must be
Teacher in Florida under
Last Mermaid.
investigation after showing a Disney movie with a gay character to her class. After a morning of standardized testing, Jenna Barbie showed her class the 2022 animated movie Strange World because it related to their science unit on the environment. Disney's description of the film says it's about a family of explorers trying to save their world from a strange power outage. One character in the film is a gay teenager. Parent complained, reported her to the Florida Department of Education. That parent is a member of the local county school board. She explained her complaint at a recent meeting.
Movies such as this assist teachers in opening a door, and please hear me, they assist teachers in opening a door for conversations that have no place in our classrooms.
The teacher told school board officials that the movie was not sexual and tied to a current lesson plan. In a statement to CNN, the Florida Department of Education says an investigator and attorney are reviewing the complaint and will make a recommendation to the commissioner.
Isn't that getting a little like oversensitive?
I totally agree.
I mean, you got to be freaking kidding me. So, I mean, did they say how long that teacher had been in the system?
Yeah, but still, that will open the door to conversation. I agree with that statement she made. We don't need that in our schools right now. We don't need that, Tim. We need we need different methods and ways of teaching our kids to be better people, and be better businessmen, better businesswomen, be better leaders, be better supporters, to be better volunteers, to be better bosses. We don't the gay stuff and the national anthem and all that stuff has nothing to do with school curriculum. If they're not teaching these kids how to be better people or teaching them how to succeed outside of school, you shouldn't even be in there. It's stupid.
But I don't think the intention of the teacher wasn't to sit there and say that this was a gay film.
No, I understand that, but
This is about a family of adventures, and one of the characters happens to be gay. So now,
Okay,
what I'm
but
asking you, let me propound the question to you. So you believe in censorship?
Yes. No, I got a question for you.
What do you mean, yes, no? You believe in
Yeah,
censorship.
no.
I mean, that's what they used to do in Russia and Nazi Germany. And I was just wondering, do you believe in that same type of censorship? Will decide what you can read and what you can't read and when.
Yes, in school, when it comes to kids and teenagers, when they confused and lost, if you're not, your human mind doesn't totally develop to 25. We all know that. Scientists has proven that. All I'm saying, if your mind is not totally developed, that means that you can be swayed in this way or that way, or this way or that way, by a parent, by a cousin, by an uncle, by an auntie, by a book, by a teacher, anybody that you indulged in completely, they will sway you in a different manner other than the manner that you should go. At the end of the day, no, you should not be forcing anything or even bringing that up. Isn't Disney having that problem in Florida right now?
I'm asking you, well, who decided which way they should go?
Well, who decided to create schools?
I'm just saying, maybe it'd be a good idea that just everybody homeschools.
No, no, you can't homeschool because then you make people sociopaths. You know, people can't get along together. Then you have more shootings and all kinds of other crap. You got to make people have to be forced to get along with each other.
In a
You have to have
cohesive unit
have
and
the
work
blacks, the
together.
whites, you have to force these people to get the black, everybody, blacks, whites, Asian, Indians, whatever you are, they have to be forced because they won't. They're going to sit in their own little circles and they're going to hate on each other race of people and say they're not us. We're better than them. No, you got to force these people to be together. In schools, force these kids to be together, especially when it comes to the low budget schools compared to the rich people schools where you just have rich kids together. Now you got a lower level school where you got different kids from different races, ethnicity, they all together and they all on the same level. No one's rich, so then they can bounce ideas off each other, then they can have intimate relationships and they can all understand each other's culture.
So I guess
No.
the level playing field would be to have a curriculum which it includes even films that you could show associated with your subject matter, and it would all have to be pre-approved so that you're not infringing.
Yes.
Because we wouldn't want to offend any culture and or any religious viewpoint,
Yes.
right? So
Yes. I'm like, it goes
so
across the board,
don't
whether
bring
you care
in.
or
So
not.
no teacher should bring in any other extra material. Only rely on the resources that's provided to you from the school that's been pre-approved.
Period. I can't say nothing else. You put everything in a nutshell. Pre-approve and say, hey, I want to show this movie. These are the characters. What is our criteria? What's going on in our state? What does the legislators say about it? What does the government say about it? What does the community say about it? How do parents feel about it? But isn't Disney in Florida?
Yeah.
Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay, but there you go. It's cut and dry. The Disney thing going on with the gay stuff with the Disney thing. You don't want to offend gay people. You don't want to offend straight people. You just want to make sure our kids learn. All right, now, this is the problem now. Now that's been talked about, now it's big now. Instead of them keeping it small and say, hey, let's talk to the teachers and parents. Let's not put it on the national website and social media. Now the kids are actually talking about it more now than they were before it even happened. Because of dumbass parents.
Yeah, well,
blowing
you
out
had the
proportion.
one was a school board member, and yeah, I think, if you're gonna light that fuse, Yeah, it would have been a lot easier if but maybe I guess what you're suggesting could be that, the state school board dictate curriculum. And then there's no question, can I, can't I? And one school system can't get in trouble for not doing the
Yeah.
correct thing.
Tim, everybody's sensitive right now. I'm like, you gotta
Well,
really
I
just
realize
dot your
everybody's
I's and cross your
sensitive,
T's.
so,
And they're not worried about the kids.
but
They're
I hate
worried
to
about
see that
themselves.
I guess if you don't like what the uh, schools in your area, you could always go to a charter school that
Yeah,
has like-minded individuals and teaches the kind of curriculum that you would like your children to be affected by.
well, these are a bunch of bored ass parents that ain't got nothing else better to do than start shit and then make their kids' lives harder than what it is. They didn't have to even blow that shit out of proportion. They could have just kept it the way it was and said, we're gonna talk. It
Maybe,
didn't have to be on social media. It didn't have to be on our show. But they want to make it an issue because their lives suck. So they're gonna make sure their kids' lives suck. They're gonna force
everybody's
their
life
agendas.
sucks.
They're gonna force their agendas and their issues and their kids to continue to move that crap forward and forward and forward and add it to racism.
And to that point, because we talked about that was in Texas where they want to pass a law if they don't put the Ten Commandments up there, right? They're going to be cutting school funding. That kind of stuff is wrong. However, again, I think if you do have a charter school with a certain amount of individuals attending, let's say 100, 300, 500 kids are in this particular school, it should be able to receive some state funding, even though it may impart curriculum that you personally may not agree with. But that's a charter school that you don't have to send your kid to. You can send me to one of the parochial schools and get the kind of education you think is right.
Okay, anybody that has a problem with the way a school teaches children should homeschool their children, period. Because there's no perfect school for any child.
Mm.
Because you don't have, even if you get all white people, all black people, all Indian people, all Asian people, everything transcends into every other culture. There's nowhere in the world you're going to say, we're going to teach all these different necessities of kids, all these different subjects, when only one subject is the same across the board. There's math. Math is the same. Everything else is totally different, Tim.
Hmm.
1+1 is 1+1, whether Irish, African American, African Chinese. Math is universal. That's the only thing I can say that's universal. Other than that, just send your kids to school to learn math, and then they come home and do the rest at your crib.
So they can
Am I wrong
cipher.
or right?
So they can cipher. So
Yeah, I'm like, what? They got to go out there in the world and deal with people anyway. Why are you trying to prevent them from the gay stuff? I say that because that's being homosexual is a choice. Okay, whether you now don't get me wrong, whether you were born homosexual or not, you still can say, even though I'm homosexual, I'm a man, I want to blend in with everybody and say I like women. Or same thing with women. Yeah, I'm a woman, but I like women, but I want to say I'm like men. It's a choice. Okay, so it's about choices, man. And you got to.
and think about that, and you're right, and we're still learning. And if you think about it, our culture is changing and developing. I mean, as any other thing will change and develop, right?
Right.
And yeah, you see that the intrusion to where they don't really want it infringing upon sports, and
Mm-hmm.
what's it going to do in dormitories?
Right.
And in other situations, I mean, it's I have a different. I mean, you and I are, I guess, what would we call it? Straight black white men.
Yeah, I'm like,
So I
I'm
mean,
cool with
our
everything.
perspective is a little bit skewed and hard to understand where these people are coming from, right?
Yeah, well, Tim, my cousin, I think my cousin, he's homosexual. He's a guy. He's flaming. He's one of the black dudes that be flaming. But I remember him when I was a kid, and even though he's flaming, he got all the mannerisms of the gay black guy and the stuff, that mascara, the makeup.
Hmm.
I still see him as my cousin when he was little, when he wasn't doing all that. So, but he decided to just take it to another level and just make sure everybody knows that's the way he is. But I still don't see him like that because when I first when I grew up with him, he wasn't like that. So, but I'm saying it's a choice to be. You can be gay and not be seen. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah,
You can be
I
gay
mean,
and not be
yeah,
seen.
we had an individual in our neighborhood who was gay, and
Yeah.
and you think about it, I guess he was participant in a lot of the things that we did. However, when we would play like real physical sports, let's go play a game of shinny hockey, or let's go play a football game, he would like to kind of maybe exclude himself to go do something else because that really wasn't his bag. And I
Well,
mean,
I know some females.
sometimes I wonder, are there little indicators, seeing
I
that
know.
he's not necessarily as masculine or as in that way. I'm not saying it takes away their masculinity. That's kind of a horrible example, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know females that are gay, but they want to be seen, and they just make sure that, I'm stud, I'm gay. So, and you can be straight and not be seen. Because my wife, she thought this guy was gay the whole time. He has a wife. That's why I say I don't judge
His
nobody.
mannerisms just happen to be a
Yeah, you
little.
would think he was gay. She thought he was gay because of the way he talked, the way he moved his body, but he was married. I'm like, well, that's why I don't judge anybody. I take him as I come. If you tell me you straight, cool. You tell me you gay, cool.
There you
It is
go.
what it is.
There's. I liked exactly what you said right there. Don't judge me.
Don't make our kids the way you are. Let them decide.
Don't judge me. Anyhow,
Yeah.
our next area is Officer Down. This is bad.
We begin today with some really horrifying video. A volunteer police officer responding to a call from a neighborhood that was terrorized by bees. And right when he got out of the car, he is swarmed by thousands of bees. Minutes go by. He's desperately trying to swat them away. Jim Murray on what happened next.
It's an extraordinary attack by a swarm of bees, and they're going after a volunteer cop. He tries to seek shelter in the patrol car, but then bravely waves his partner off. The dizzying assault escalates. The volunteer officer collapses as he's stung dozens of times.
You dispatch a paramedic rescue.
It's like a scene from a horror movie. The bees don't stop. As the man struggles to regain his footing, down he goes again. The bees are relentless, stinging the startled man over and over as he's brought down again.
I think this guy was getting stung.
The bee attack unfolds on live television in the upscale LA neighborhood of Encino.
Oh, boy. Oh, no. Oh, this poor guy.
Neighbors are actually warned to shelter in place. Look, news crews are filming from inside their vans with the windows shut tight. Resident Jerry Spots was stung on the lip.
I couldn't go outside the front door. They were swarming everywhere, so I was afraid to go outside.
Finally, a bee expert who was watching the reports on the news rushes to the scene and suits up for battle.
The minute I arrived, the bees were attacking the windshield.
So these bees were extremely aggressive.
Extremely. I couldn't believe it.
He said he had no choice but to spray and kill the bees.
I don't know why they were this angry, but they were ready to attack you and kill you.
He says something must have agitated the bees that had created a hive at this home. The bloodied volunteer police officer finally managed to escape the swarm.
Okay. You ready for this one?
Yeah. Wait, don't say only a white cop would get stung up.
No, that's some more white people stuff. Because you go to a black neighborhood with some bees, we got raid, we got all kinds of stuff to spray that shit down. What's another? Because we got roaches. And I just found out that raid can kill wasps, bees, everything. If you ain't got no raid,
Get it.
you ain't trying to do nothing.
Yeah, but I mean, I wondered if those were some of those African bees. No. That's not a.
They're attacking the white dude.
No, you don't know about that because that's what they called the killer bees, right?
Yeah, that's worse than what else.
You know what I'm talking about? They actually were attacked. Those are the same bees that would go into swarms of other bees, and they would kill the bees in there and take over their nest.
The white neighborhood attacking white people. I'm like, okay, yeah, they need to get some raids, some roast sprayers.
So you don't know anything about the killer bees? They're down in your
I
area,
know,
man.
I'm just funny. It's funny because I always say that dumb stuff. But my stereotype crap, which is stupid as hell. I should stop doing it when it's funny to say it. It's stupid. I know it's stupid. People are like, why Larry say that?
I let you say that, man. But they got killer bees down there, right?
Oh, them African killer bees don't play. I'm like, Africans know what to do though, but I'm just saying.
And I'm not sure where was that at.
They said somewhere in California.
So, same thing. Enough of an environment to where they could sustain those stupid things. I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, man.
Getting swarmed because he looked messed up. Did you see the blood running down his face?
They told his ass up, bro. I'm like, that's probably he probably rather get his ass with about 4 or 5 black dudes than now 200 bees.
Wouldn't you?
I got stung by yeah. I got stung by a wasp. My whole hand swelled up. I can imagine get stung consistently by a swarm, not a swarm. Now think about it. A swarm is like a lot.
Yeah, well, that just happened. When did that happen? Hang on. That happened yesterday.
Not a group.
So I'd like to look and find out exactly how many stings he got. I didn't catch how many times.
Yeah, man, listen. If somebody said I got swarmed, a swarm of people got me, that means that it was like over 50. A swarm is like it's got to be. We got to Google the word swarm. If we Google the word swarm, it's got to be multiple. More than a group or a few or whatever.
Well, I looked on this when they showed him. It looked like there was a couple hundred on him at the time. They showed him from the news camera. I mean, coming from a helicopter. Wait.
Have you remember Charlie Brown? And they had the real dirty boy with
Pigpen.
Pigpen that had that smoke circle around him. That's what he looked like with them.
He did, didn't he? I was like, in the news crew.
He ain't volunteering no more. He said, "What's the call? Is somebody shooting 24-5 people? Okay, I'll be there. It's some bees. I'm not gonna be there." That
was cold blooded. Yeah, I mean, the zoom in on the guys. Oh, that just looks terrible.
And then like the person was the news people like, I'm staying in my truck. Oh, he said he waved the guy like, true story, Jim. True story. My homeboy Orlando, he passed away. R.I.P. Orlando from Marlin, Texas. My best friend. They was out, and I'm from the country. They was out messing around the country or something where they were doing getting some hay, and they stepped on a hive in the ground. They said they felt the ground erupting. Now, my boy Orlando is the slowest black dude you're gonna meet. His granddaddy and his cousin Carl is fast, but his granddaddy and Carl beat Orlando to the truck and then locked the door. He got stung about 50 times. He came to school with bee stings, and Orlando is light-skinned.
That's cold-blooded.
His granddaddy beat him to the truck. He said the ground was like, it came out, fat. He got swarmed on. Hilarious. So
they came out of the ground, huh? So they were mud dappers.
They was on the ground. Yeah, they were doing some hay, hauling some hay or whatever, and then they stepped on a hive on the ground, and they ate Lando up. Lando's slow. How your granddaddy gonna beat you to the truck, bro?
Yeah, we have these things that ground hornets. They don't really.
He got attacked by those.
They like about the size of that, maybe. Yeah.
They tore his ass up, man.
Yeah.
I've gotten stung probably about my whole life about 15 times.
I've been stung a couple of times, but thank God I'm not allergic. Some people, man, it could be tragic. Yeah. Fortunately, that guy could have killed. I mean, could have died.
Could have died. Yeah, man. I mean, bee stings. He was bleeding. I never seen nobody bleed from bee stings. They were just, oh my God,
beating his ass. They were just beating his ass.
The guy was like, "No, don't get your ass in this truck. Stay out there."
Hey, man, we keep also talking about, we'll move on to this, and it's always a freaking topic because it depends if it's writing a paper for you and or if it's taking over your job, it's here to stay.
The country has been hit with a labor shortage for quite some time, and while there are many reasons as to why this is happening, there are also some solutions to combat this particular issue. The introduction of artificial intelligence, which is just another fancy word for robots, is one of those solutions. We already see this introduction of AI into the food industry right here in Huntsville. For example, the smart cookie robot at the sandwich shop Dipwitch. Our Nixon Norman has more.
Whether it's streets lined up with help needed signs or unusually long wait times, it's apparent that the United States is facing a nationwide labor shortage. One solution to this issue is introducing more artificial intelligence into the workforce.
I think we're going to see, if this continues for a while, we're going to see more businesses actually trying to automate as much as possible. Because if you can't find people to do the job, you're going to do the job with fewer people and more machines.
And this idea of replacing humans with robots and machines has been seen over and over throughout history.
Automotive manufacturing used to be very manual a few decades ago. Now, a large percentage of every car that is driving on the road has been assembled and quality tested by robots.
Although this method is controversial to some, in the sense that people may feel as if AI is taking jobs away from them, there are many benefits as well, such as
improved consistency, quality, safety, sanitation, and all those other benefits that a high efficiency, fully automated robotic type system is going to be able to deliver.
Even the challenges of something like this are beneficial. If robots take over those jobs requiring less skills, more jobs requiring more skills will be offered, therefore pushing our society towards more education, skills, the list goes on.
I agree and disagree.
I agree 100% in a lot of different areas. Well, I guess that's not 100%, but especially like when it comes to drive-throughs, things like that, that they could have an automated machine making fries, flipping burgers, that kind of stuff, and still have a human attendant and right or counter person. Because usually they got like 2 people in there anymore, right? You go to Taco Bell or you go to one of those. How many people are in the store working?
Yeah, people are inconsistent
because they're on, a labor issue. I went into a store the other day, our dollar store. I'm sure, and the girl was from like another store 20 miles away because we couldn't find anybody to come into work.
Yeah, I really do think it's about quantity compared to quality, and I think it's on the company side. It's not the people side. I think these companies, they would rather have a quantity of stores and sacrifice on the quality. When you start sacrificing on the quality, you have to start investing more money into the quantity because you want to open up new stores, so you're paying your employees less. You're just trying to find somebody just to put in there just to get you that buck because you got another store that's doing well, that's going to hold the company. So it's not our fault as individuals. It's the company's fault for moving on with the quantity instead of investing money into the quality. Because Chick-fil-A doesn't have that problem. And I don't see not one robot in Chick-fil-A, and they're one of the most successful fast food places in the world. Let's put the world. Let's go to McDonald's.
What would you attribute their success to?
People. People, a combination of people and technology. Okay, technology made everything work. Basically, say you want to get a drink. They'll press a button, it's going to pour exactly the same amount of soda you want in that drink compared to the ice comparison. They got buttons now. So that means that their company is distributing enough soda and ice that's going to satisfy the customer by them doing a test from the customer. So they're basically testing all these methods on how we're going to use these robots to satisfy our customers. So then what's the name of that topic? Quality control tests. They're doing those tests prior to implementing these robots into these companies. I know this because I have been a manager. I have worked fast food. I stand there and watch and see. Now, with people, it's inconsistent. They might give too much ketchup, not enough ketchup, too much sugar, not enough sugar, this, blah. A robot, if you program it, it's going to get the same exact amount every time. You got to make sure that those customers coming in there are those core customers, and they're going to receive that core product every time. So cars are easy. A car is a fucking car, Tim. It's easy to get a robot to build a car. But get a robot to build your hamburger, and you want extra lettuce, or 1 tomato, or just 3 pickles, or just a smidget of mayonnaise, or no mayonnaise. Tell a robot that. Type that into one of them kiosks at Taco Bell and say, I've been there before. You can't type those small details
and you can't do that. Light or heavy.
You got to do it to a human. You got to tell a human, this is how I like it.
Or extra cheese, right?
Exactly. You can't program that. They're going to give you cheese, mayonnaise, this, and they're not going to build your burger. So it's a combination of both.
So it has its limitations. You're right.
Yeah, and then plus you still got to pay somebody to program the robots. Robotics only work well in certain environments. Foods, when you need the personal touch, you can't have a robot coming out delivering your food like on Rocky when they had their robot for Paulie. Ain't nobody want that crap. You know, we got to be realistic about this. It's all a bunch of smoke. Robots will not replace humans because humans are the ones that made the robots.
That's 100. Anyhow, you know, I've seen something interesting, and they were talking to Elon Musk, and they was asking Elon. They said, "Okay, you've got kids, right?" And he's like, "Yeah." And they said, "So what are you going to tell your kids when they've got this artificial intelligence out there that can do all this
Hey
different
Tim, what's
stuff?"
that noise I hear? I hear something. Is it me or you?
I don't hear a thing.
Okay, let's go.
All righty then. You got that music playing in your head?
No, I'm actually hearing on my computer. I don't know what it is, but we good. Let's go.
Yeah. Anyhow, and what do you got to tell your kids? He says, I guess I would just tell them to, explore your interests. He goes, I don't know what to say about artificial intelligence and, these robots and what's happening. He goes, sometimes I wonder.
Yeah.
But right now they're in for it for the money, right?
Yeah, that's true.
So if they throw down humanity or tear it on down, at least somebody made $1 off of it. I don't know. It might be good, might be bad. Might help the labor shortage, might kill the labor, what people are going to do. I don't know, Larry, what the answer is. But it's an interesting thing, and we'll just keep our eyeball on it because, hey, I keep telling my grandchildren the best thing you can do is understand computers and how they work. That would be your best game because it's got to be a technical world. And if you know how to work on that stuff, well, at least you got something you can do.
That's true. But computers will not replace us.
No, never totally
They're not going to
replace us. No.
I'm not afraid, yeah.
I doubt that. Where were we at? Oh,
that's why they have IT.
That's why they have IT. That's right. Take IT courses.
Yeah, they have IT. You call people, hey, my computer acting up.
Hey, let's move on. And before we get on to one of Larry's most favorite parts, the asshole of the week, I stumbled again across something that I thought we should pay a little bit of attention to, and that's this young hero. And this happens to be a young individual who maybe kept his sister from getting kidnapped.
Severely.
He really is the one that saved his sister's life or from something seriously bad happening to her. To see that and to pop into action that quickly is extraordinary.
Michigan State Police from the Alpena Post says an 8-year-old girl was mushroom hunting in her backyard when a 17-year-old boy came out of the woods, covered her mouth, and attempted to drag her back into the woods. That's when her 13-year-old big brother, who witnessed what was going on from inside the home, sprung into action.
He was able to grab his slingshot, hit the suspect right in the head, and that caused him to let go. The girl was able to struggle and get away, and he shot another one, hit the suspect in the chest, and then fled the scene.
The suspect then ran off. He was later found hiding at a nearby gas station that same day. State police credit the quick thinking of the girl's big brother to saving her and helping identify the suspect.
What he did also helped us to identify who the suspect was because obviously he had injuries from getting hit with a...
That's good.
Isn't that great? I was checking the ages. So a 17-year-old, obviously, they caught up with him. But an 8-year-old girl, his intentions were not good. But thank goodness that, 13-year-old brother had enough sense to, crack him with a slingshot. And we all had slingshots. You had a slingshot growing up. Tell me yes.
I had one. I'm from the country. Yeah.
Come on. Yeah, we had wrist rockets. You know what I'm talking about? The one where it had the little strap, the little leather strap, so you could...
Oh, okay, yeah. We had one of those too.
Oh, so you could really let it rip? Hell yeah. Yeah, those things are dangerous. And you can, they're pretty good for what, if you have a light enough BB, you don't have the real heavy pellets. Light enough BB, geez. What, probably 20, 30 yards, you're pretty accurate?
Mm-hmm. I remember those, man. He protecting his sister, man. It starts with Hero. That's our
Wasn't
second
that a
hero.
hero? Yeah, I thought that was, that put a
hero,
smile on my face. And he gets a little hero award, pat on the back. Good for you, son. Anyhow, man, let's go to Larry's favorite part, the asshole award. And you know what? How do I introduce this? Sometimes maybe it isn't always the happiest place on earth.
I think after like the pandemic, everyone's just like gone crazy. They just want what they want and they don't think how other people feel.
An all-out brawl at Disney World.
It's not the type of thrill families expected to see earlier this week.
Natalie is back with what unfolded in what is called the happiest place on earth.
Dawn and Corey, you expect lines at Disney World even when you want to get that perfect photo, but apparently one family just couldn't wait.
Screams and people throwing punches at Magic Kingdom.
It's crazy. You pay like to take your kids to the most magical place in the world, and then they have to stand and watch other people fight over a photo. It's just ridiculous.
Stop him! Get that son of a...
In a chaotic scene, you can see deputies on the ground arresting one man. They say an argument over a picture started it all.
Mad. Absolutely crazy, yeah.
The Orange County Sheriff's Office says the victim's family was standing near the anniversary sign at the front of the park to take a picture, when a second, larger family stood in front of them to take their own photo. When the second family was asked to move, someone in that group punched a member of the first family in the face.
Paints a bad picture for someone who got no picture.
Your kids aren't supposed to think that that happens anywhere, let alone in Disney.
The person who was punched did not want to press charges. Two members of the larger family were kicked out of the park. Dawn?
Wow. All right, Natalie, thank you.
I'm just glad they weren't black. Whoever had our black Disney.
I have no idea, but was that's...
There's more of a white family. Have you saw the black family incident at Disney Park? When a black dude snapped and was beating up all the black people in his family? Oh, that shit was hilarious. Google it.
I have to do that.
Snap.
That's just, I mean, I can't believe that all over. And I guess, you know, the one family would have been kind of rude, you know, just seeing that there was, you know, stepping in front of another family who's already taking this little photo
You don't
op,
punch
right?
nobody, man.
But just turn around and punch a person in the face. You know, what could have he have said that was so horrible?
It's crazy because these parents are taking these kids to Disney for great, lovable experience, but they acting like fucking assholes.
And now they're not going whatsoever.
Yeah, I'm like,
Anyhow.
come on, man. The whole purpose is to bond with your children and family, but you fighting. You can fight at home. Why you want to fight at Disney?
I started laughing. And I'm like, oh, man, you know
I've
what?
seen it before.
Wait.
You got to see the black version of that. It was a black version.
But you got to understand, that's another bullet in the gun for DeSantis against Disney. Here's why. I'm sure they are not licensed as a sports facility, and now they're having fights out front.
Licensed as a sports. You be like, man, pull me a chair up, man. It's UFC.
This is some UFC shit going on.
Tim, Google the black version of that.
Getting
That's
into
what I'm
this
saying.
place.
I just love life, man, because people are people. People never let me down. They always give me what I expect from them. They give it to me, and I love it.
That's what I think
part of
about
living.
it every week when I look about what are we going to talk about on this show, and it's and Queen will ask me, how do you come up with that stuff? It's like people just.
I'm like, people are people. It's just hilarious, and then you ain't gotta, Tim. You ain't gotta search hard. You just gotta say, okay, who did some? They can actually be assholes of the week, all of them, but we gotta isolate on something. Okay.
Unbelievable, man. Hey, anyhow, hey, Larry, speak to us. Tell us, preach to us about fitness.
Hey,
go ahead.
If you check me out, LRE Fitness Solutions, make sure you see my shirt.
See if I can
I'm
get
gonna
this
keep
on
you
full
moving.
cams.
Yeah. Hey, I'm actually dealing with a knee injury right now. So
Okay,
people
never
listen.
mind. Then just sit there. Cool, man.
Yeah, I'm dealing with knee injury right now, so people listen. I always say this: listen to your body, okay? And I knew that my knee was giving me problems, and I decided to try to go out there and work out a little bit more. I had a little more intensity on it because that's what I do. I like to challenge myself, but I ended up making the situation that was already bad worse. Anytime that you are out there and you're training or working out and you want to just push yourself, Listen to your body. Period. You can talk to your doctor, your cousin, your uncle, your baby daddy, your baby mama, whatever. Your body is going to give you the best information about what it wants and what it do not want. All right, listen to your body. Now that's the tip. Follow me on Instagram, LRE Fitness Solutions. We keep you moving. Facebook, LRE Fitness Solutions. We keep you moving. LRE Fitness Solutions. We keep you moving. Facebook, IG. Holler at me. Talk to him, Tim.
I'm hearing you, and you know, and that goes. I'm hearing you. Holler at him, Tim. I'm not gonna holler at anybody. You can easily follow me, Tim McGiffin, on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. And easily, if you want to go to www.thequeensylviashow.com, you can get caught up on all the past episodes of Larry and I shows on there and on YouTube. Simply, again, typing in The Queen Sylvia Show in the search engine there, and you can catch up on everything that we've talked about prior, which is pretty much telling you that some things never change. People make us laugh. When it comes to personal growth, Larry, personal growth is a process of developing new skills, attitudes, actions and reactions that can have a positive impact on your life and actually increase your overall well-being, right?
Right.
The 6 aspects of personal development refer to areas in your life that, when they're developed, they can create positive changes. The aspects are physical, financial, relational, emotional, spiritual, and intellectual. And I think, Larry, you covered up a little bit about the physical, taking care of yourself. Financial, we all know that, and that's a struggle nowadays. Relational, hey, that's tough because it is a stress, but hey, when you're with that person, I think, hey, Larry and I are lucky enough to have really found our queens, and they support everything we're doing. Emotional, hey, when you're happy, be happy with everybody around you. Spiritual, you got to have that connection with the Lord above, and you truly do. Intellectually, never stop learning and never stop figuring out for yourself what the heck's really going on. I'm done preaching. What do you think?
I was absorbing it. You saw I wasn't saying I was listening. You saw I was like, I was serious. Like,
I'm serious too. It's about personal growth, and there's certain areas.
When I ain't talking, I'm listening. Yeah.
People, all we do is encourage you to grow, and we joke around quite a bit, but hey, we're just trying to keep it real and expose you to some information maybe everybody else is trying to keep away from you. That's all. In any event, I guess, hey, man, until next week, Larry, what do we tell these people? We're out of here.
Tell them peace.
Peace, man. Bye.
Hey, Tim.